If you're just joining me, my name is Nestor and this is our sailing boat Skuma. I'm currently attempting to be the youngest skipper to sail around the entirety of Britain. That means going outside of the Caledonian Canal. I've made it as far as Holyhead in North Wales, a busy shipping port which is Britain's longest seawall, built in 1873. Today I'm headed north to the Isle of Man, which is strategically located as it allows me to either go up to Scotland or to Northern Ireland depending on what the wind is doing.
Alright, so finally after 5 days or something of being stuck in Holyhead, we're off again. I've got new crews, Jamie, and we're heading over to Douglas on the Isle of Man. It's going to be a pretty cool passage. It's actually going to be quite windy. There's going to be some gusts of kind of 25 knots or something. There are a few obstacles on this passage, the most notable being the skerries. They are these sort of rocks which have these huge tidal races, which seems to be a theme in this whole part of Wales. There's just tidal races everywhere. And then also all the shipping coming out of Holyhead. So I'm going to call up on the radio and just check that this big ferry behind me isn't about to leave. Port control, this is sailing vessel Skuma, over. Port control, good morning. We're just leaving out of Holyhead Sailing Club, going outside the breakwater. Can you let me know about any shipping traffic, over?
Sort of see, thank you. We have no scheduled departures at the moment.
Port control, that's understood. Thank you very much. Skuma out. So we got main up as well. We've got a reef in both the main and the jib, and we're just about to head downwind, follow the other boats that are just there.
Now I'm rigging what's called a preventer. This is a line that runs from the boom to the bow of the boat, and it's useful when you're sailing downwind as it reduces the chance of you doing any accidental jibes. Now when you're rigging one of these, it's really important to get it as far forward on your boat as possible. In my case, I use my bow cleats, as this creates more of a horizontal angle and that reduces the chance of the line pulling out any deck hardware if you were to accidentally jibe.
Right, so we're now goose winging. I didn't press record for the actual bit where I was bringing the pole up, but yeah, this is good. Now we can sort of go dead downwind. I've got a preventer rigged as well. You would have seen me do that. And this is kind of my downwind, windy setup. I hate doing the pole. It's by far the most dangerous thing on the boat. That big sort of heavy, clunky bit of metal. But this is good. The next big obstacle, we're sort of past the Cardinal with the races. We've still got the skerries to come. The next obstacle is we've got a TSS up ahead, which is the traffic separation scheme. You've got to just cross it with a heading that's perpendicular to the actual TSS. But that's actually quite easy because it's sort of on our course. But I can already see on AIS that there are quite a few ships going through it. So I've got the active radar reflector on, but yeah, we've still got a few minutes until we're there.
As we sailed on past the skerries, it was hard not to think of the numerous ships that would have met their tragic end here, with the most famous being His Majesty's Yacht Mary, which was wrecked here in 1675 while sailing through thick fog. The wreck remained forgotten until it was rediscovered by divers in 1971, where cannons, coins and thousands of artefacts were recovered. The Skerries Lighthouse was then built in 1717 and has been keeping mariners like myself safe for the past 300 years.
Right, we've been going for about 4 hours now. Wind's really picked up. We've actually just hit the record 22 knots true. So we're definitely going to be thinking about putting a reef in. Waves have also built up as well, but we are absolutely hooning along. We're doing 7.5 speed over ground, just surfing down these waves. So we're really going to get there in not a lot of time at all. It's going to be a super speedy passage. we're about 15 minutes from the entrance, so I'm going to call up the harbour control and ask for permission. Douglas Harbour Control, Douglas Harbour Control, this is sailing vessel Skuma, over.
Sailing vessel Skuma, this is Douglas Harbour. Good evening.
Good evening. We are about 15 minutes away from the entrance, requesting clearance to enter, over.
Skuma, Douglas Harbour, that's all copied, 15 minutes off, and you're all clear to enter. Thank you.
Douglas Harbour Control, that is understood. Thank you, out. Right, there we go, we've arrived at Douglas on the Isle of Man. What a cool place to be. Amazing kind of Victorian seafront town, and that bridge lift was pretty cool as well. We had a really great time looking around the Manx Museum, seeing some of the old TT bikes, which of course is what the island is most famous for, and a huge thank you to the Isle of Man Maritime Association for sponsoring my stay here. So there we've just departed the Isle of Man, which was behind me, and what a great stay. Unfortunately we were only there for one night. Now we're heading toward the north of the island. So we've just picked up the mooring buoy here at Ramsey. There's more at your own risk, which was a bit ominous. Right, so I'm just going to tell you a bit about the plan tomorrow. Hopefully I'll put up some like maps and stuff in the edit so it makes a bit more sense. But it's going to be a big day and a bit of a milestone actually. We're going to be finally leaving the Irish Sea, going across the Northern Ireland, and yeah, it's a long passage on open sea, so there should be some big waves and stuff. But the wind's looking pretty perfect for it. Should be a nice reach the whole way there. Now there's a couple of tidal races. Obviously, it's the Irish Sea, which extend out quite far. But we're going to go up to Bangor, and there's nice anchorage up there, and then that gives us a good place to spring from across to Scotland. But yeah, it's going to be quite an early start tomorrow, probably 6:37 or something. And so yeah, I'm gonna go and get some sleep. So last night we were moored to this big boy here, and we actually put out some fenders because it's just this huge steel thing, and yeah, there was no wind and we were dragging into it, but now they can go. So we set up the cruising chute, got it in nice and tight, but it's just not really happening for us. There just isn't enough wind, which is just super annoying. Yeah, so that kind of stinks. I'm gonna have to drop it again, just because we've got to keep the pace up here because we've got all this tide. There's actually huge tidal streams here. So we are absolutely flying along. We just have so much tide with us. We're doing sort of 8.5 knots, which is nuts. Wind's just perfect for it. And we can see Scotland behind me. It's just popped into view, the lighthouse on the end there, which is really exciting. And actually we've had a change of destination just because the wind is so perfect for it and there's not much sea state, it's sunny. We're gonna keep going and actually go to Scotland instead of Northern Ireland. We're gonna go up and around into Loch Ryan. So our new destination's about kind of 40 miles still. We've already been going for sort of 4 hours now. So we're not all that sure whether we can make it. So Bangor's still an option, and also be good to arrive there during daylight as well, because obviously it's sort of unfamiliar area. We've got man overboard situation. Yeah, that was good. I threw a cushion over by accident. But it's here. Go. Okay, this is good. Yeah, come to starboard. Fuck. Oh, mate. So that was fun. That's the cushion recovered. I literally just went to like put it behind my back and just chucked it over the side, which isn't very good. How are you finding the helming, Jamie?
Yeah, it's good. Feels good.
Feels good. Definitely a little bit nervous. Boat feels, I mean. But it is worth it. We're going 2 knots faster. And before our ETA was 8 o'clock, now it's sort of 6 o'clock. Which makes a difference. Okay, we're definitely on the limit for this spinnaker. Now the last time I said that, it didn't end well. Right, so we've lost the cruising chute. That's sort of ripped and kind of exploded. So, just going to be extra careful, but we are now doing 6 knots, which is a lot more fun. Right, so there are more waves, more tide, and so we're going to drop this thing. But we are now surfing down a wave at 6.7 knots, which is 7 knots we just hit. But I think that's probably, I'm going to learn from last time and say, right, that's it. So yeah, we're going to drop it. Okay, so you just keep on this course. Actually come even more downwind if you can.
Downwind now.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Right, so I learned from my mistake last time, and yeah, that's the spinnaker down, no problem. And now we're still doing we just hit 6.1 knots. a cool place to be. I mean, up in Scotland finally, I can see the Isle of Arran, which is one of those sort of places that you hear about. You can still see Northern Ireland. It's just so cool to have made it up into Scotland. So this here is where we're going to be anchoring tonight. It looks absolutely insane. So cool. And the lock extends way down there. So we're just staying near the top so that we can get out quickly tomorrow. I'm getting the dinghy ready and we're going to go to the beach, and I actually know a couple of people around here and we're going to go have some beers with them on the beach.
Look at your previous stuff on here. You can't. You can. Oh, yeah, you can.
Aha. Hey!
Oh, nice.
The tiniest, and I foul hooked him as well.
Can you put him back or not?
I don't know, to be fair.
Oh, poor little guy.
Hey!
We actually ended up staying a couple nights here because it was just so nice, but now it's time to head north again to Ardrossan, where I'd be dropping off Jamie and picking up Dad. Thank you for watching this week's episode. If you did enjoy it, please do like and subscribe, as next time I head further north and start sailing through the Hebrides. A huge thank you to Jamie for coming and crewing, the Isle of Man Maritime for sponsoring my stay in Douglas, and as always, a huge thank you to my Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal supporters.